Good morning. This is Shannon Reed with Montgomery Area Chamber of Commerce, and you are looking at my desktop. We're going to do a quick tutorial about using Canva to create some really great graphics that will be thumb stoppers on your social media. So you'll notice here that I have opened my internet browser, and in the URL, you will want to open Canva, CANVA.com. Now, if you don't already have an account, take the time to do that first and then come back to this tutorial. When you click into Canva, right away you'll be on the home screen, and you will notice here that you are prompted with some preset sizes ready to go for all types of publications that you might be doing. That's what's incredible about working in Canva. They have already done the dimensions and sizings to really help you quickly produce a quality image. Below this first line that I'm mousing back and forth, you'll notice you have a collection of your own designs. Now, if you have a brand new account, you may have nothing posted here, but I use this on a regular basis. So I have quite a bit. And as you scroll down, you will see lots of templates below, but we're going to go about this a little bit differently. Right here on the creating your own design row, I have my top 3 choices that I use on a regular basis, always parked here at the front. It kind of takes care of itself for you. And I will just explain that when you are hosting an event, you'll want to use the event cover, and that will be the perfect size to be a banner photo at the top. If you are wanting a new Facebook cover photo for perhaps your business page or your personal page, I would use the Facebook cover. And if you are doing a regular post onto Facebook, might I recommend go for the social media square. And I do this because it will translate into any platform beautifully. If you want to post to Instagram and Facebook and Twitter all at the same time, the square will accommodate all 3 platforms, including LinkedIn. So you should be good going with the social media square. So that's what I'm going to select today. When you select that option, you'll see up here at the top that I've opened a new tab in my internet browser, and I've already got my page to work from in a square. Now, at the very top left, you're going to see all of these tabs, and it will automatically open to a template. Now, if you feel like you're not so creative, maybe you want to use a template. The beautiful thing is that as you find something here that catches your eye, it is all editable down to the color, the font, the images that are used, but at least it gives you a starting point. Or, of course, you can start from scratch. You see here we have a blank canvas. So looking at the tabs that you have to work with on the left, let me just introduce you to what is available. If you're going to upload perhaps your logo, you would go into your Uploads tab, and you can see here that I have done quite a few. Here's my logo and many others as I am introducing all of our new businesses. I upload their logos as well. I can scroll on down here and you'll find my Freedom Fest folders as I've made ads here. And you'll see back when we were getting our businesses back to open, our downtown, all sorts of images here go into our uploads. And you would just click upload an image or a video and drop those in. Next, you have the Photos tab. And I will just draw your attention to, as I mouse over each of these photos, you will notice the 3 dots or the word free. And as I scroll farther down, you're going to begin to notice that not everything is free. Canva, for the most part, has a great deal of free items, but once you see the crown, you'll know that these images are only available with a subscription, or you might be able to pay per image. But I have a few workarounds for you, and I'll explain those a little bit later. Your next tab is elements, and I use this quite a bit to insert frames around images, shapes, various things, grids, stickers, charts if you want, lines, gradients where you can pick the colors, and simple objects. Again, some will be free and some will have a crown on them. Your text tab allows you to choose preset ideas for text with various fonts, or you can just select a heading, a subheading, or the body and change the fonts as you wish. There's music available if you're going to create a video of sorts. You've got a video tab here with some preset free options. I like the background tab so that you can go in and select something really bright, and that will be a thumb stopper for your image as it's rolling on social media. And then you've got folders for organizing, and you have various extras at the bottom. So just to make a quick and easy tutorial, I'm going to come up here to the templates and choose an image to help me quickly create a thumb-stopping social media post. So I like this first one, and I'm going to pop this in. Now, the first thing I notice here is it's not quite a colorful thumb stopper. It's very subdued. So I might come in and change the colors. You'll notice as I mouse over, I have all of the lines around each box so that I can choose different colors when I click on them. You'll see when I select this particular box, it's really just a rectangle, and I have the color swatch in this box at the top. When I click on the box, I then open up to some default colors as well as my branded colors I have entered previously, and that would be a tutorial for another day. You do see here the document colors are listed, and those are being pulled from what is already on the image. So I would like to get a thumb-stopping color behind here, and I think this turquoise will really catch attention as I'm scrolling through Facebook. Now, instead of just mentioning that this house is sold, perhaps I want to offer a tip sheet. So I'm going to change some text here. All I have to do is highlight the content, and I can just start typing. All right, this is too big for the space, so I'm going to highlight the bottom, and I can select to reduce the size. That looks nice. Now I've got some extra room in my box, so I can use the side bars to shrink that space. And if I grab the corner dots, I can expand the entire thing proportionally and center it in the box. Now I'm going to come over here because I don't want to talk about that price. I really want to give some tips away for selling a home. All right, so I've selected this, and you can see that it has been grouped together, and I can select at the top, ungroup, and now I can edit each of these independently. I don't really want the price at all, so I'll highlight it and hit delete. And I'll center this guy, and if I click in the box and highlight everything, I'm going to tell you what my tips are about. I can't type today. There we go. All right, so I want to do the same dragging enlargement trick. So I'm just going to shrink the width and then drag that a little larger. And as I grab, the handles, I can get that centered in the space. Okay, so my ad is going to be on social media, how you can sell your home for more money. Well, we've got a lot of homeowners here in our region that really might be interested in some tips that they could follow right now, some ideas that they could put together. So down here at the bottom, I would easily come in here and change this information to match my own website or email to contact, and a phone number as well. But since I'm not a realtor, I'm not going to change that, so I'll leave it there. But I do think that I'd like the bottom to match with my colors. So I've got that turquoise bright. No, it doesn't look good. So I'm going to go back and pick the dark again. I think that works. This will catch attention. But you know what? This home doesn't really look like a Montgomery home, so I think I want to trade that out. So let's see here. I'm going to come in and pick a new tab. Instead of using their images, I want to pick a free image, and I have a folder on my bookmarks bar where I have a whole set of free, royalty-free images that I am allowed to use in my commercial marketing. So Pixabay is one of my favorites, and I'm just going to search for house in the list of images. And you know what? Look right here. This looks like a Montgomery home. And you'll notice here that the Pixabay license does give me free for commercial use, no attribution required. That's exactly what I need. So I'm going to click on free download. And it gives me some size options, and I will click download. I'm not a robot, and down it goes. Right here in the bottom bar, you're going to see that I have selected that image, it's downloaded, and when I show in folder, it is going to be located in your downloads folder. If you would like to move that into one of your regular folders, I have a folder just for random clip art, and this looks like it's called architecture. So if I want to change the title, I can double click on that. Montgomery House is what I'll call it. Click off of it, and I'll drag that into my random folder and close my file folder there. I no longer, oh my goodness, come on, go back up. All right, I am going to, I can't quite get rid of it. There we go. All right, I'm going to come back to this tab where we're working on this house. Okay, so under my Uploads tab, I want to bring up the Montgomery house. I'm going to click on Uploading an Image, and I'll need to select my random clip art folder. Instead of searching and searching through, I can go to the Search tab at the top, my box, and type in Montgomery House. And there it is listed for me, and I'll click open. You'll notice that it's starting to load. You'll see the hourglass going up. And once the image is completely loaded, all of those things will disappear. Now we want to, first of all, get rid of the old house. So my handles are selected, and I will hit delete. You'll notice here, this is a frame. This image is what I can drag my photo into. So I'm going to come back over and select it. And as I drag it over the frame, it will automatically insert itself into the window that's provided. You don't have to do it that way, but that's one option. I can double click on the photo and recenter it to match the frame that I want to view. And there we have our Montgomery photo. Now, one thing I've noticed is that the coloring of my boxes don't quite match the beautiful coloring in this particular house. So maybe I want to go back in and change up some of these colors. All right, so I think a purple or a dark blue really does set it off with this particular house. And I think that I'll come in here and select a dark gray to take the green out of the coloring. So now you can see that we have a blend together of our colors. And this could be a little brighter. And you'll notice that the text color works the same way as the background color, but it's a muted pink color, and I'd like it to be a little brighter. So I'm going to pop down and select white so it stands out a little more. I could also select bold, or I can come into all of my fonts and change my fonts entirely for that selection. All right, I like that much better. Okay, so we can just continue to resize until we are pleased with it. It goes super easy. Maybe I want to center the text instead of have it left aligned. I like that much better. In general, I like how this has turned out. And I think maybe we could play with a little bit of bright orange at the bottom, and we could change our text to our dark purple or gray. Yes, great. And I think I would like for it to be, that did not work quite like I wanted. I'll center it back up here. And I will resize much larger. I like this much better. Get that centered. And we've got it centered already. That's perfect. All right, I think this will definitely be a thumb stopper. So all I need to do now that I've quickly made my social media ad is to download this. The suggested file type is PNG, and I agree entirely because you want this to be a high quality image with a low font value, size value, so that the image will really be easily viewable and downloadable as people are scrolling through their social media. You don't want it to get hung up. So PNG is absolutely what we would suggest here. And we'll click download. And once again, it will drop into your downloads bar here. I can right click and show it in the folder. Once again, it's in my downloads list, and it says 5 tips to follow right now. It shows the actual text that I filled in, and I can drag that into another one of my folders. I have advertising and marketing here. For 2020, that sounds perfect. I'm going to drag that into my marketing 2020 folder, and here we go. 5 tips to follow right now is located right there. So that is a super quick tutorial on how you can create thumb-stopping social media that you can post right away to help get your business noticed online. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.